Data sources versus resources. Today we separate two words that look similar but live on opposite sides of Terraform's contract: resources and data sources. They are not interchangeable. They do not share responsibility. Terraform treats them as different kinds of intent. Understanding this difference prevents hidden risks later. Before Terraform plans anything, it asks a quiet question. Is this object something I am responsible for creating, or is this object something that already exists? That single distinction splits the world in two. A resource declaration is a claim of ownership. Terraform says, this object exists because of me. That claim has consequences. Terraform must track identity. Terraform must decide lifecycle. Terraform must plan change. Ownership creates obligation. This block is not a request. It is a statement of responsibility. Terraform records this object in state. Its identity becomes managed. Its future becomes Terraform's concern. If this object changes, Terraform must explain why. A data source makes a very different claim. Terraform says, this object exists without me. No ownership, no lifecycle control, no authority to change, only observation. This block does not create anything. Terraform does not own this object. Terraform does not protect it. Terraform does not promise stability. It only asks, what do you look like right now? Resources create cause. Data sources read effect. A resource introduces new reality. A data source adapts to existing reality. Confusing the two creates fragile systems. Resources have tracked identity. Terraform remembers them across time. Data sources do not. Each plan, Terraform asks again, identity remembered versus identity rediscovered. That is the boundary. Resources create dependencies because Terraform controls their existence. Data sources create dependencies only in evaluation order. Terraform waits to read them, but it does not protect them. Dependency does not mean ownership. Here, Terraform owns one object and observes another. Even if they reference each other, their roles do not change. Reference does not imply control. Using data sources for objects you expect Terraform to manage creates silent risks. Terraform cannot correct what it does not own. It will not warn you emotionally. It will only stay consistent. Resources say, I am responsible. Data sources say, I am aware. Terraform does not blur that line. Neither should you. This distinction scales as systems grow. In a future lesson, we will see how data sources can destabilize plans when the external world changes, but the rule stays the same. Observation is not ownership.